30 seconds 10 was the call from Red 1, so hopefully we're going to see them very shortly. Those 9 headlights coming out of that dark cloud behind us over to the west there. Let's see how we get on. Everybody with a camera, make sure you've got it ready. Some fabulous photos on Facebook and Twitter last night. I can see them, ladies and gentlemen. Now then, let's please have a late, very warm welcome, a huge clap and cheer for the Royal Air Force aerobatic team, the Red Started with a rolling display. You hear the voice of Red 1 squadron leader David Montenegro, who's just called them into 9-arrow formation. In that left-hand turn at 400 miles an hour, the jets will now collapse to around 6 feet apart as they form the shape of one big red arrow with those 9 aircraft. Red 1, squadron leader David Montenegro is the team's leader. It's his first year as the leader, but he spent 3 years previously with the Red Arrows from 2009 to 2011, including leading the synchro pair. In from the left now, this is 9-arrow. Pull there into chevron, you see Reds 8 and 9 pitch up and roll back rapidly to sit behind Reds 4 and 5 as they're about to start a right-hand turn towards us. On the leader's right wing is the first of our 3 new pilots this year. He's Red 2, flight attendant Mike Bowden. Mike started off his career as a Hawk flying instructor before then flying both the Harrier GR9 and the Tornado GR4 before joining the Red Arrows. So coming in from the right in this swooping descending turn, we're in the shape of chevron, ready to fly one of our formation barrel rolls as they come in over the port to fly the chevron roll. Now as they start to go upside down, everybody, this is one point they'll see you waving. Arms in the air, let's give them a huge wave. They go upside down at 2,500 feet, 400 miles an hour. The jets in that formation of chevron are only 6 feet apart. Red 1, clearly the guy at the front leading with no smoke. We've got the odd-numbered pilots flying on the left, and we fly with the even-numbered pilots on the right. And in their 3 years, they normally start at the front and then move further back as their proficiency in these formation aerobatics improves. On the leader's left wing is the next of our new pilots. He's Red 3, flight lieutenant Emmett Cox. Cox, he actually grew up in New Zealand, but he moved to the UK in 2002 to join the Royal Air Force, becoming a Tornado GR4 pilot and then a Tucano instructor teaching basic fast jet training. Well, now out front left, the smoke goes off as we form another shade. Now this year the Royal Air Force is celebrating the 75th anniversary of the Battle of Britain. We've introduced this shade this year to honour all of those who took part in the summer of 1940 in securing our skies, and also for those who secure our skies in the present. Ladies and gentlemen, the smoke is on. This is Spitfire. Well, back in the summer of 1940, it wasn't just the fighter pilots, the few as they were known, that worked to secure our skies. Everybody in the Royal Air Force had their own part to play, whether they were armourers, mechanics, support staff, observers, air traffic controllers. Everybody worked to ensure that Britain was safe. And today it's no different. The Royal Air Force operates on the whole force concept, relying on regulars, reservists, civil servants and contractors, with various branches and trades to ensure that everybody has their part to play to ensure that the Royal Air Force delivers its output. It's no different on the Red Arrows, as I mentioned our support staff earlier on. Now cameras ready, in from the left. In this descending turn, here's our trademark, it's Diamond.
Are you entering the line?
The lowermost aircraft as we see it is flown by the last of our new pilots. He's Red 5, Flight Lieutenant Tom Bolt. Tom started off as an instructor on the Tucano, in fact was the Tucano display pilot back in 2010. Then he moved on to fly the Typhoon, the Royal Air Force's newest multi-role fighter aircraft, where his role was exactly what I've just been talking about, securing the skies. The Royal Air Force's Typhoon fleet is at readiness 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, ensuring that the skies of the United Kingdom and the Falkland Islands are secure. That's what Tom was doing as his primary role, flying the Typhoon. So, out to the right now, you see this diamond has widened. We get ready now to fly a new manoeuvre for 2015. Get ready for the whirlwind. Essentially is a full left-hand control column input to roll the aircraft very rapidly around its longitudinal axis. The key to the whirlwind is getting all 9 jets doing it at exactly the same time. So looking out to the front left, we'll see this very wide shape now collapse into another aircraft shape. This time it's the platform of the former US spy plane. It was a very fast aircraft back in the Cold War in the 70s and 80s, and it was formerly known as the SR-71, and you'll see that shape taking form now over to the front left. So you can see that shape now descending, coming back towards us. Camera's ready. They're about to reverse this turn. The smoke will come on to show you Blackbird.
Reversing left now. Hold in right now. Right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is the end of the first part of the Red display. So far, you see all 9 aircraft together performing close formation aerobatics. Well, now we're going to split down into sections of 2, 3, 4, 5 or 7 jets for some even more dynamic performing. Front right now, you'll see a big T shape. That's known as Dagger. And at the front of Dagger are Reds 1 to 5. They're known as Enid, after Enid Blyton's famous 5. And at the back in the straight line are Reds 6, 7, 8 and 9. And their collective name is Jippo, named after the nickname of the gentleman who first led the back 4 aircraft when the Red started officially flying 9-ship displays back in 1968. And I'll be directing your eyes towards Enid and Jippo as they fly the second half of the display. They're about to roll out directly towards the lighthouse here. They're going to be bumping down from around 1,000 feet. As they get ready for this dynamic performing in Dagger. They're rolling out directly towards us. The smoke's about to come on. Get your cameras ready for the detonator. On comes the smoke. Here comes the ramp down. So Enid split, keep your eyes on Jippo. Here we go. With his smoke changing from blue to white over on the right hand side is Red 6. He's the leader of our synchro pair, Flight Lieutenant Mark Lawson. marks in his third and final year as a Red Arrows pilot. His background in the Royal Air Force has been solely as a GR4 pilot, where he spent a number of tours on the Tornado and became a qualified weapons instructor. On the right, he is joined by Red 8, and if you look left, with the smoke on, is Red 7, chased down by Red 9. These four aircraft are now descending to just 100 feet above the sea. Their closing speed is now 800 miles an hour. Get cameras ready. This is the amazing Jippo Pass. Pair leave their smoke on, they now turn away from us. They're pulling 6G, or 6 times the force of gravity, so everything in those pilots' bodies now weighs 6 times more than normal. The pilots are working really hard to fight the G-force. They roll up towards us now for the cyclone. Looks like that jet ski driver is trying to get involved with this display. The synchro pair slingshot out to the front. Look to your right, 45 degrees for Enid. There's Enid's smoke going on. The wings are dropping down to form an inverted V shape. And in from the left, with the smoke on, is Red 9, ready to fly the Goose. Flying steeply, drawing a red, white and blue stripe is Red 9. He is Flight Lieutenant Joe Hurston. Joe started off as a Hawk instructor, then moved on to fly the Tornado GR4 before going back to the Hawk. This time he instructed on the Hawk and its new guys. You saw Team Ninja display earlier in their Hawk T-Mark 2s, the Royal Air Force's new advanced jet trainer. And that's exactly what Joe was doing, teaching on that aircraft before he joined the Red Arrows. Well, Enid climbed steeply, front left. Look directly ahead now to find Red 6, 7 and 8.
They don't know.
Red 7 and 8 start to roll around Red 6. Unfortunately, the cloud base does not allow us to fly our heart, so these guys get ready to split in the vortex. With white smoke, Red 8, Lieutenant Ollie Parr. Ollie is in his third and final year as a Red Arrow. He started off as a Tornado GR4 pilot before then spending a tour teaching on the Hawk at Royal Air Force Valley on the Isle of Anglesey, where we teach our advanced flying students. Well, the synchro pair left and right are perched at around 2,000 feet. They're about to descend back to just 100 feet above the sea, and they're going to perform the opposition barrel roll. The next call you'll hear from these pilots is threshold. That means they've reached a geographical point on the ground, which is their contract point to continue with this manoeuvre. Cameras ready for the opposition barrel roll. Now look out to the left where you'll see Enid are being joined by Reds 8 and 9. In fact, there's Red 8 still joining, having been flying around at 600 miles an hour to join Enid, having just flown the vortex. And there he is, just joining at the back.
Coming. Now.
Smoke comes on in this T-shape, known as Tango.
Now.
This maneuver known as the Helix. Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 acknowledge the move. Now Reds 4 and 8 go right, Reds 5 and 9 go left as they form the shape of leaders benefit. Well, when the Red Arrows fly their aircraft only 6 feet away, they're not looking at the jet next to them, they're actually focusing on reference points on the leader's aircraft. And they just trust that the pilot flying next to them will put their aircraft in the right place. With the wings further forward in this shape, which incidentally is 100 metres or 300 feet wide, they get a much better view of Red 1, hence the name Leaders Benefit. The smoke comes on, they bring those 9 headlights towards us in that very wide Leaders Benefit formation. Left and right again now for the synchro pair, this time Red 6 from the left, and here comes Red 7 from the right. They're once again cruising at 800 miles an hour, and they're going to cross 3 times in opposing 360-degree 6G turns in the carousel. So remember, the pilots are working hard, pulling 6G in this manoeuvre. They're going to cross 3 times. So avoiding each other 3 times. Now notice that the pilots will swap their smoke colour from red to blue and vice versa using the individual colour control buttons on each of the aircraft's control columns. When they then cross at the front, they switch back to white smoke. Now looking out to the right, 45 degrees to find Enid. Reds 1, 2, 3 and 5 have formed a box formation. Now the 5th jet is going to roll around them a dozen times. Now, in the twister. Dizzy with his smoke changing from red to blue. It's Red 4, Flight Lieutenant Stu Campbell. Stu's in his 2nd year with the Red Arrows. He started off as a Tucano instructor, displaying the Tucano 2010 from 2008, and then he became a Tornado GR4 pilot with number 617, the Dam Busters Squadron. Now look out to the left to find Jippo as they get ready for a barrel roll with a very big difference. We saw a formation roll in the first half of the display. This is a very special one coming in from the left as they've got their smoke on. Red 6 now rolls upside down. You can hear the pain in Red 6's voice. He's pushing minus 2.5 G. He's the right way up. The other 3 now the wrong way up as they fly the mirror roll. You can hear him working hard at minus 2.5 G, very uncomfortable doing that. Look left now for the 5 headlights of Enid. The inside pairs pitch up to the outside in the rollbacks. Finishing down to the right, drag your eyes slightly further right to find the 4 jets on Jippo. Smoke comes on. Now Red 6 and 7 roll upside down in close formation. This is the corkscrew. Now everybody, let's give the synchro pair a huge wave as they fly past upside down. Big wave, everybody. I have a horrible feeling we're about to get very wet. Red 7 there is working very hard. He's flying his jet only 8 feet away from Red 6, but he's doing it while he's upside down. Looking out to the right, 45 degrees. Now Red 1 has elected to now move on to the flat display with a flat manoeuvre. Right, 45 degrees for Enid. Some more rollbacks now, and you get a much better view into them as you see this ram torn effect in the Cobra. See, Red 1's using coloured smoke, the others have their white smoke, but we produce the smoke by injecting diesel fuel into the aircraft's engine exhaust, and that burns at around 400 degrees C. That makes it vaporise. The white smoke is pure diesel, and to get the red and blue, we add a dye to the diesel, we can carry 5 minutes of white smoke and a minute each of red and blue. Now Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 perform some extra rolls as that Cobra manoeuvre finishes off to our front left. Get those brollies out, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's going to get rather damp. Now looking directly ahead for Jippo's final manoeuvre. The smoke comes on. Reds 8 and 9 pitch up to roll around the synchro pair. They then roll before they get ready to split. Cameras ready for the Jippo break. Changing from blue to white over on the left-hand side is Red 7. He is synchro number 2, Flight Lieutenant Steve Morris. Steve's in his 3rd year as a Red Arrow. He started off as a Hawk instructor before then flying both the Harrier GR9 and the Tornado GR4 before becoming a Red Arrow pilot. Well, the synchro pair currently perched at 1,500 feet. They're about to descend to 100 feet again, but their final manoeuvre of this display as they get ready to fly the double rolls.
What's that? Is that the left and right?
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the synchro pair. And now looking directly ahead, we'll see Enid being joined by Reds 8 and 9 for the displays finale. You see those headlights coming towards you. Red 8 joining on the left as we look at it. They're joining into a 7-ship Vixen formation. Get your cameras ready now for the Vixen break. You've been watching the Royal